Hi, guys. Well, first of all, happy closeout. I'm not going to talk too much about closeout. I'm going to go into the questions that you guys had posted, which is why I have not put a title yet on this, because I'll probably add all of the subjects that we're talking about in the description, so that way it's easy to find throughout the year for your guys' new babies. Again, this page isn't to replace your teen page. This is just something that probably I would say to new market partners. In my other team page, the 2% page, hey Whitney, and the original, like the other 2% page, I'm talking to like $1 million earners, and I'm also talking to brand new babies. So in this group page, I can really specify down to talking to a brand new person in a way that hopefully will not overwhelm you or confuse you, because a confused mind says no every time. That's the main thing. This page is to not confuse you guys. It's to keep things really, really simple. So before I go into the questions that you guys have posted, which are fantastic questions and really, really great, thank you guys for posting them. And if you guys are still thinking of more questions and you're not brave enough to post it, I really encourage you guys to post those brave questions. I know it's kind of hard to step outside your comfort zone and admit that you don't know something, but guess what? I am a $6 million earner. I'm the number one income earner, and I have questions every single day in my business. So if that doesn't encourage you to ask more questions, no question is a dumb question. Go ahead and ask them. There's going to be people popping on there who might have a great answer. I'll try to jump on here and answer them also. So for closeout today, just to go, I'll add one little tip since it is closeout day. I'm not going to tell you guys to do anything extravagant today. I'm not going to tell you guys to go balls to the wall. That's up to you. It's totally up to you. But I will tell you guys, you got to check in. You got to check into your business and see what's happening. You got to see where your numbers are, where you're falling short. So I encourage you guys to go into your back office. If you don't know how to do that, go to your website, your Monate website, click login and go into your back office. You're going to see a progress report on the main screen. Go and look at that and check out where you are. And it's going to tell you what you need for your next rank advancement. And also reach out to your upline, your sponsor, and if your sponsor is not available, go to the person above that sponsor and ask for help. It's really that simple, guys. A leader loves getting reached out to from someone asking for advice or for help. So just remember that in the back of your head if you guys have questions. We highly encourage them, because I know the people who are asking questions are actually checking into their business. So today for closeout, I'm going to give you guys one bit of advice. Check in. Just be consistent. If there's ever a time to be consistent in your business and actually log some useful hours, it's going to be today. Today is going to be the most vital for you to do it all month long. So go into your back office, see where you guys are, and if you're falling short of your goals, see what you can do about it today to change that. And if you can't get any orders in today, do not be discouraged. Tomorrow is a new day and it's a new month, and every single day is a stepping platform for you in your business. So if you guys don't hit your rank this month, please don't get discouraged. There has been so many times when I did not meet my goals at the end of the month, but I'm still here, and there was some months, not every month, but there were some months that I met my goals, and that's what got me to where I am today. It wasn't always a perfect month. It was those amazing months that happened. And guess how you guys get amazing months? It's doing the same exact things over and over and getting a lot more people to do the same things that you're doing. So ask yourself today, am I duplicatable? Can everybody in my organization do something like this? Oh, thanks, guys. I'm growing it out. What do you think about the grow out session? It's a little bit difficult. I did get it cut back here a little bit, but it grows so fast. I'm just going to let it go because I'm too lazy. I don't even get my nails done because they grow so fast. I just don't want to. So anyway, hi, Emily. How are you? It's good to see you on here too, Lisa. I saw your comment, but I didn't say hi to you. Hello. Okay, let me go into these questions for you guys. And remember, closeout is a big deal as long as you guys make it a big deal. So I would say push a little bit beyond what you thought that you could do, because that's whenever you guys will shock yourselves. So reach out to that person. And just an FYI, if you're only reaching, the reason why I'm saying don't go balls to the wall today if you haven't done it all month is because if you start reaching out to your downline or your new market partners and you guys First of all, we're all guilty of this, and I've done it over and over and over again, because on closeout is usually the day when everyone's checking where they need their final ducks in a row to get their ranks and stuff. So I'm saying be consistent today, because if you guys have downlines, say 2 levels deep, 3 levels deep, or maybe you just signed up a market partner and the only time you're reaching out to them is at the end of the month, you're going to discourage them, because they're going to feel like they're just a number for you, so that way you can get your rank. Turn it around. Make this about them. Make sure they are accomplishing your goals. If you fall short, it's okay. You guys should be pushing to hit your rank. And here's a challenge for you guys. Whatever you guys close out January 31st, whatever you guys close out today, try to hit that by the 15th. If you fall short on the 15th, shoot for the 3rd week of the month. And if you guys fall short on there, then you got to put more hours into your work schedule than you've been currently doing. In order to get more, you got to put in more. I promise, it's crazy. It's a penny effect, so you don't see a whole lot of accumulation at once. But I'm telling you, once you guys get up to those MMB ranks and those AMM ranks, like, the accumulation is pretty amazing. Because if you can get a 25% growth out of your team, that's really what we push for, is like 25% growth every quarter. So, my assistant is helping me out. Sorry, I have literally hair on my lips. Sorry, guys. I got it. It's my dog hair or my cat hair, whatever it is. Okay, questions. All right. Lauren Stewart, you asked a really good question, so I wanted to start with you. The 1099 tax question from Michelle, I didn't know the answer to that, so I'm skipping on it, but it looks like some people answered. Okay, so this is her question. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, Emily, absolutely. And see, you're and Tracy, you guys totally understand what I'm saying. You guys are veterans. You guys know what you're doing in this business. Hi, Kyla. Check out my hair today. What do you think? Try curling it. Still have a couple inches to go. Oh, thank you, guys. You guys are so nice to me. I should go down here all the time. Just get compliments. I always have to ask Josh for compliments. All right. Lauren asked, I've been stuck at my rank for so long because I have trouble finding people interested in the opportunity, or when they do join, they don't have that drive to talk to people. I've been in the business for 2 years and only have 1 to 2 people actively selling. You guys a lot of you guys I'm sure can relate to this. This is a lot of people on our team, and you guys just haven't found your breakthrough moment yet, so stick with it. I've been in the business for 2.5 years. Hold on. I can't personally say how great the opportunity is there when I can't back it up for myself, meaning she needs a personal testimony, right? Is how she feels. I know it's done great for my friends, but I'm at a standstill. I love the products, the company, and everything this company stands for, but I'm frustrated with not being able to grow. Have tons of VIPs, just no one is selling. Sorry, Josh is leaving. I didn't know he was leaving. He didn't even tell me goodbye. All right. I'm going to hopefully answer this really well. And I'm really bad at, I've got ADD, seriously. So I'm going to try my best. So bear with me, you guys. Yeah, Whitney says it's so normal. It's totally frustrating, but it is very, very normal. And Whitney can say this because she's been in direct sales for 10 years. I've been in it for 8 years, going on 9. And I've been in your shoes. Okay? I worked in another company and I'm not saying the company had anything to do with it. My methods of operation were much different in that company. I had no training. Most of the training that I've gotten that's made me successful came straight from Stuart or Ray or Luis or someone that they personally hired. So if that doesn't tell you anything, just trust me, you guys. You guys want to get to these leadership summits and you guys want to go to the conventions. You guys are going to pick up so much good stuff. Okay, so first of all, whenever you're recruiting, Lauren, and everyone else kind of in the same situation, whenever you guys are recruiting, you have to be pre-qualifying these people. It's like an interview process. You are signing up business partners. That means you are committing to helping coach these people and help them get through their obstacles and to help them become successful. So when you are looking at recruiting somebody, you need to be pre-qualifying them. That means setting up the expectations before the initial sign-up starts. That means saying, you know what, this is going to take time and effort. This is going to take you hosting events and holding yourself accountable to reaching out to people. And now you guys, originally this would scare people away, right? Well, it's not going to scare away the right people. The right people are going to be like, dude, I got this. Challenge accepted. And they're going to go after it. So pre-qualify your people like an interview process. Find out how much time. And you guys want to know how to pre-qualify people? Start going through the 7 steps of onboarding. That's why I'm telling you, onboarding is not everything, but without it, you guys will probably be stuck, because it's literally like something I keep in my in my back pocket anytime I need it. I use it to pre-onboard people, and I use it to pre-qualify people. So find out what their why is, if they've got a driving point of why they need this business. And you know what? This does not have to be like, okay, I'm going to write down your answers. It doesn't have to be that way, you guys. It means like if you're chatting with them, just be like, why do you want to do it? Like, why do you want to do this business? If it's a casual conversation, keep it casual. You guys do not want to go into some crazy robotic person that you are not currently, okay? Be yourself. Find out why they want to do this. Find out how much time that they can squeeze in. That does not mean, do you want to work this full-time or part-time? All right, full-time. I've seen people work at full-time and get nowhere. I've seen people work this in the nooks and crannies of their lives and get all the way to the top. And I've also seen myself do this, where I log about 5 hours of sleep, and the rest of the time that my eyes are open, I'm on my phone texting, calling, or connecting with somebody, or onboarding someone, or I'm locally at an event. Literally, you guys, for 4 years, I hardly remember taking any time off of this business. Now, keep in mind, we have made over $6 million in 4.5 years. If you don't want to earn $6.5 million in 4.5 years, then you don't have to work it as hard as I did. Just do the same things I did in the time frames that you can fit it in. And that means doing the things that really do work and grow your business within a 15-minute increment. I did a call today with a girl that I'd never talked to before down in Arizona, Kelly Bird. It took me 15 to 20 minutes to get on the phone with her. We're going to follow up every 2 weeks. Think about this, you guys. That 15 minutes could have been extremely valuable if she was held up with something and I helped her get over an obstacle. And guess what? I didn't have any secret sauce. I literally just went back to the rule books of reading all the books that I read and stuff, and I kind of just brainstormed with her and went back to the system, make sure she's implementing everything. And really, I think it was really mostly in her head. You know, we made sure that she's got something consistently in the books. And I think that may have been the only holdup. Who knows? We'll find out. I troubleshoot my people, you guys. I don't have the answers. I'm not saying this will work for you, guaranteed. There's nothing in this business manual that says that. So remember to pre-qualify the people you're talking to in the same manner. This may not be a business that's fit for them. However, if they get into the business and they say, oh, it didn't work, that business didn't work for me, first of all, get that out of your head. This business does not work for you. It doesn't work for anybody. You work for it. This is your business. If I were to go open up a store downtown and sign the contract, my work is not over. I have to continuously put in the hours and make sure that that business is running successfully, that we are getting advertising out, we are getting business influx through the door. Do you understand what I'm saying? So whenever you treat your business the same exact way as a storefront person who's buying a multi-million-dollar building in downtown Oklahoma City, it is the same concept of somebody spending $200, maybe $640, $49 on a product pack. But they're also getting a customer service. They're also getting a shipping department. They're getting a manufacturing department. They're getting the scientific advisory board. They even have a lawyer to back them up, you guys. Monet gives you all of this stuff for a very small initial investment. And that is why people are screaming and excited and running and on the phone constantly, is because think about this. You can get millions of dollars invested back into you the more you put into it. So while you're talking to these people, make sure that they have a why. They have time that they will fit this into. That means intentional. That means they have to be intentional with their time. Number 3 is the income. What kind of money do they need to be making to make it worth it for the time that they're putting in? What kind of goals do they have? Go into their contact list. Start talking about, and I'll post a picture of this. I got a frog in my throat. Okay, I have a picture of this from Mindy, our regional sales manager. I'll post a PDF file here for you guys. But it's no better really than you just writing out like friends, relatives, acquaintances, community connections, kids' parents, neighbors, anybody that's in your circle of life. This is your contact list, and you can just start thinking of people. And you guys, I've been doing this for a while. I've gone through just about anybody you can think of, right? Like, I'm out of warm market, right? And I'm sure most of you people on here are thinking the same thing. I'm out of warm market. All right. First of all, go watch the movie The Secret. If you say I'm out of warm market, you're out. If you say I'm going to run into new people today, because there's so many possibilities around every single corner, you'll probably run into new people. If you're saying I'm going to recruit rock stars, that's what's going to happen. However, it takes a little while for this water to boil. You got to keep putting fire on it. You got to keep boiling or getting it hot enough to boil. And whenever you finally have put enough energy into that, you're going to get back in return exactly what you were putting into the universe. And if you guys don't believe me, this law of attraction thing, I didn't make it up. I am a believer because I'm living proof of it. I've applied it. I've tried it. I've watched my friends apply it. I've watched so many people in my life apply this, and it is true to the very core. So if you guys have never watched that movie, have a watch party and watch it because it is so good. I actually bought it on my iPhone. If you guys have an iPhone or Android, whatever, I purchased it through iTunes. I downloaded it on my phone. I can watch it at any time. And if you guys have an iPhone X or anything newer than that, guess what? Your phone is water resistant. That doesn't mean it's waterproof, but it's water resistant. I have a little lip in my shower. I can actually listen to my videos and while I'm in the shower doing a mass treatment, shaving my legs. And then whenever I get out of the shower, I'm listening to that sucker while I'm putting on my makeup, while I'm looking at my planner, I'm listening to that movie. I will plug it in every now and then, and I just did it again this week because my goal is to listen to it every 3 to 6 months. So, because I can never learn it all. I can never refrain it all. So there's so much good stuff out there, you guys. And one thing is for sure, that's personal development. Putting that stuff into you is going to put more monies into your pocket. You can only earn as much money as you have learned. So you have to get those books under your belt. Okay? Totally promise. This stuff is like legit. If you start thinking about stuff like this, it will start coming back to you. So start thinking, because this is what happened to me whenever Mindy gave me this list. I was like, I don't know anybody. Like, there's nobody on this list I could put down. I talk to everybody. I don't put anybody off. And then I started thinking of, no, I know some people that I've been too afraid to talk to about the product. And I wrote down 9 people in literally like 90 seconds. It took me like 10 seconds to think of these names. So you guys, like, there's people out there. And guess what? If you don't have a big network, recruit someone who does. Go after people who have bigger networks because you do need large networks. And you can get into this spider web any way that you like as long as you're servicing people. So when you find someone who has a large network with a problem, maybe somebody who wants to build their social media, someone who doesn't have that great of hair, whatever, you've got a solution for them. You offer them your opportunity. This is an amazing opportunity. So, pre-qualify these people, okay? Go through the onboarding list, know that onboarding list, memorize it, save it in your notes on your phone because you can use it to pre-qualify people. Because if they're like, I don't know people and I don't want to talk to people, that right there is a good indicator that you need to ask them, are you willing to learn? Are you willing to change that? If they say no, they should not be in this business, okay? They need to be a VIP customer and send you referrals. All right, if you want to work out a sweet deal with them where you bake them cookies every time they send you a new person, do whatever it takes. Be creative, but get their connections because that person probably knows a $1 million earner within their community, within their contacts. Don't let any person go to waste, okay? Utilize every single avenue that you can by being a professional, showing them your business opportunity and saying that you want to help somebody that they know who is looking for an opportunity like this. So, all right, so Lauren also is mentioned, this is going to be a long video. I'm going to keep going. And I have a wine and wash tonight that I've got to leave for in like 20 minutes. No, it's not a wine and wash. I'm sorry. It's Coffee Slingers. We're doing closeout at Coffee Slingers. So, She says, I can't personally say how great the opportunity is there when I can't back it up for myself. All right, this statement is something that everybody is going to feel in their business at one point or another, right? They're not as successful as somebody else. I haven't signed up anybody and I've been in for 2 years. These stories happen all across the board. However, it's not your testimony that is going to probably sign these people up. It's your vision and your dream of where you're going. It does not matter where you are today. It matters where you are going. And if you are dead set 100%, then nobody's going to hold you back. No one's going to tell you that you're not going to get your dreams. When you have an undeniable, unshakable belief that you will make this happen with or without them, when they feel that in you, words will never, ever replace that. A story of your success will never replace the feeling of someone following someone who knows where they are going. So you need to share that with people, and you will convince other people that you are going other places as soon as you believe it deep down. Whenever someone first starts out in the business, how do we get them to be successful, right? They haven't signed anyone up. The day they sign up, they haven't signed anyone up. The second they sign up, they have not signed anyone else up. They should never give up right away, right? Just because they haven't seen success. What matters is what you're putting into it. Are you really getting down to the nitty-gritty of how your messages are going? Are you getting down to the nitty-gritty of how your exposures are going? Let's say when you run into somebody face-to-face. Are you a nice, genuine, caring person? Do you care more about the other person than your business opportunity? Because they will sense that. I promise. Of course you care about your business. It is so important to you. This is going to feed your family. It is so important. However, it's not going to feed her family. You have to remember that. Whenever you get around other people, you got to desensitize of what you are feeling, and you got to start feeling what other people are feeling and being a support to what they're feeling. So, and feelings are kind of ridiculous, you guys. Obviously, we're in business here. We need to be smart. But I'm telling you, you guys, whenever you show that you care about what other people are going through, whether it's business, life, or with their hair loss or hair breakage or hair damage, whatever they're going through with their hair, you can sit there and feel them, okay? Feel, felt, found. Understand what they're going through and then offer a solution. That's really what it's all about. But you have to show that you care. So don't worry about the lack of your success to be the testimony that's going to get you there. It's your vision of where you're going that's going to get you there. Always remember that. Don't let that hold you back mentally, because the more you put that into your head, the more it's going to come back to you and going to multiply those same feelings. You love the product, you love the company and everything this company stands for. And I'm frustrated with not being able to grow. All right, start saying I am going to grow because I'm going to grow myself. Start digging into a book, get into a better mindset, and go out there and just challenge yourself and do the things that do scare you. Start getting down to the nitty-gritty of the things that you are doing. Have tons of VIPs, so kudos to you. That's awesome. I'm terrible at VIPs. So anyone who says I'm great at getting any VIPs, I'm very proud of you guys. But no one is selling. Well, no one is selling because they're going to sell it the same exact way that they were presented to it. So if you're having a struggle like getting people to sign up now, it could be some way that you are talking to them. So just examine the way that you are approaching people and see what you can tweak. Ask your upline for some help. It doesn't hurt to ask other people, like, what do you think about this message? And look at the message and see if it's something that you would want to get in your inbox. And that's the best tip I could ever give you right there. But, yeah, I hope, does this help a little bit, you guys? Okay, Stacy says she loves it. Alicia, hey, guess what? Okay, Alicia, now that you said that, I'm going to go ahead and snowball off of your thought. Struggling with market partners, giving up and quitting. I wish so badly that I could show you guys my frontline organization. You know how many people I've signed up since I've started? About 700. Yep. Guess how many people I have at the top? 5. Guess how many people I have as MMBs? I think I have about 18 wide. My directors, I have like 11 right now. And not all of them are hitting their ranks. You guys, 80% of the people in my organization don't work this business. It sucks. It really sucks. And I'm sure 80% of your business, it reflects the same. It's a company and an industry like standard. So you got to tell yourself, like, how bad do you really want this? You have to realize that majority of your organization is going to be the 80%ers that probably just want to toot around in this, do it when they feel like it, maybe just make a little bit of extra money, but really they're not fully invested. They might want to be, but they're not. That's the 80%ers. And those people might get up to about $500 a month, okay? And it's good. If they're happy there, that's great. And here's the deal. They can change at any time. They can be a 5%er later and change the way that they do business. But it's not the case until people change themselves. So what you are doing, what your goal is to see how many people you can help along the way. And every now and then you will know when it happens, but you will find a 20%er. And whenever you're really, really blessed, and whenever you become the leader that someone like this would want to follow, you will find 5%ers that will probably be your $1 million earners. So don't give up, okay? Don't give up. There's people out there that will do this business with you, but they got to see you enjoying the way that you do it now. And that's mostly being content and happy with yourself because you have visions and you have goals. So, anyway, I hope that helps a little bit. Like, there's a ton of people in my front line that don't even have 200 PV. And it's not, I used to beat myself up about it. And you know what? Whenever I look back on like the last 4.5 years of my business, I spent a lot of time with those people that weren't putting in half as much effort as I was trying to help them. And that right there should be a really good indication, you guys, that your focus needs to be elsewhere with someone who really wants to lead and grow with you, because we're here to build leaders upon leaders upon leaders. And this might be hard truth to hear, but it really is the truth. And most of my frontline organizations, they'll tell you the same. About 80% of their frontline don't work this business, or they're below like A and B and MMP rank. Do you need something? No? Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back through these questions. You're welcome, Nicole. Bonnie, I'm proud of you. You keep into that personal development. I'm telling you, I would not be here today without it. So stay consistent. Lauren was talking about that again. I'm going through these questions. Give me just a second, guys. Create a culture of engagement. Heather Curley says, how do we create a culture of engagement? I have several market partners that work the business, but I can't seem to get team trainings, team events, even team texts to take off. People are doing their own thing and don't want to be involved. Even in my team group text, when I text, nobody responds. I hope I don't call anybody out on this, Heather, but most of your team is the part of that 80% that probably aren't going to do the business. These people should be pounding on your door to ask for help and advice. And I'm not, maybe they need help from somebody else. Ask them if they would like to get connected with another sponsor. Like, not connected as in like go to another sponsor. Okay, you guys know my lingo, but I have to be careful because some of you are new. But I mean like, so for example, I had a girl in my front line. Our culture was very, very different. We had a little bit of communication barriers. And Ann Fisher, I thought, would really get along with her good. And for some reason, I couldn't get through to her. We ended up like back and forth trying to communicate. Long story short, I brought Ann Fisher in and I was like, Ann, can you help me with a call with this girl? And for some reason, Ann got through to her. And I was like, I'm telling myself, like I'm saying the same thing. But the truth is just sometimes people connect good with other people. So that's one thought. I'm not telling you guys to all go do this. Please don't think that. I'm just saying, this is an idea that may help some of you guys. Try it out and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, let me know. Because everything in my entire business is trial and error. You can only fail so many times before you start seeing a little bit of success, right? So go ahead and be okay to fail. But, okay. So anyway, I totally got off track with this. But anyway, so how you create a culture of engagement is you start creating it first. You don't really expect people to show up to your first event. In fact, here in Oklahoma City, and you guys know this, I've been doing events since October. Ann Fisher started it in July. I didn't even show up until October. Okay, I'm guilty of this too. I'm a late bloomer, but there was events going on down here and I wasn't going. But now they're really starting to grow. But I'll tell you guys right now, it doesn't matter how many people are in that event room. It matters how many signups happened at that event or how many people got onboarded and excited to bring people to the next event. That's your measurement of growth right there. So if you don't have people engaged, then you're probably dealing with the 80%ers that don't really want to do this business. However, here is the kick point. You always want to help everybody try to do this business in a way that works for them. So what I would suggest is stick with the rule of thumb. You don't have to go to a coffee place. You don't have to go to the back of a restaurant. You don't have to do bar meetings. You don't have to do wine and washes. You don't have to do any of this stuff, you guys. I'm just telling you, I found a lot of success, and so did my team doing it. But you know what else brought us a lot of success, and it might work for you too? Utilizing that Monday night Meet Monate Live. Make sure that you guys are trying to invite people to that every single Monday night. It is a huge asset to your business because you are bringing people to a big event. So if you can't get people to engage, what are you going to do? Go to their house and knock on their door and say, show up to work? You can't do it. You can't motivate unmotivated people. Like, there's just no possible way. What you do is you go and recruit a new team and leave them in the dust. Seriously. That's what works for me every time. Whenever my team is not like doing what they should be doing, and when I say my team, I don't mean everybody, but I see the ones who've like kind of taken a seat back get really like FOMO. Like every time I recruit new people and I'm like, congratulations on MNP, you know, like everyone's like, well, hold on a second, you know, and then I start getting calls. So the right people will get triggered. It's kind of like throwing a little bit of gasoline to see what's actually going to light up. Not everything's going to light up. Some of it's dead moss, right? So you got to think of like, who are the little dry sticks that are needing a little bit of spark? Those are the ones that are going to catch fire. And if you don't have them yet, I highly encourage you spend 80% of your time in your business recruiting somebody who does. And so that means like being purposefully trying to get out and network with people. So you can replace people. It is much easier to give birth than it is to raise the dead. I'm not Jesus. I can give birth though. So you can recruit new people a lot easier than you can to refire up old people that don't want to do this business at all. And, you know, make other suggestions and see if there's a way that you can work with them. The main thing is they got to be consistent. So if it's Monday night, Meet Monate Live 2019 page, that if you guys are using that, kudos to you. I built huge organizations with just that page and group text, but not everybody engaged. Lost a lot of people along the way that I was really excited about, and then they just never did it, and it sucks. But I still love them because one day, and I don't just love them because of the business. I love them because I got to hear their why and their story. I'm involved in my market partners' lives, especially when it comes to our business relationship. It's important because I got to hold them accountable and vice versa. I need to know what their limitations are. You get to know people pretty well through this. I do not get into marriage counseling, and I do not get into upline and downline counseling. Just FYI, don't be sending me messages about unsupportive spouses. Your spouse will be super supportive when you are really happy doing what you do. He married you because you were probably really happy with him, and he will love you and support you more when you are super happy with the way that you're doing business and not complaining about your business every day. I learned that from Carrie Wilkerson. Hi, Jill. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see your haircut. Okay, how do we ask cold market to come check out an event, especially if they've never tried the products? Okay, so Dory asked that, and Dory's one of my brand new market partners. She just signed up 2 or 3 weeks ago. Her daughter and my daughter play volleyball together, and she's asking if we earn commissions on each individual every time. Every time they order, you get commissions on a VIP customer. That's if they order on Monday, you get paid on the following Friday. Hi, Karen. I really need a water. You guys are making me all cotton mouth. Okay. So if you're inviting somebody to an event, depends on who you are. I mean, like, you know, Dory's just going to, if I was Dory, I'd be like, come over and have coffee with us. It's free and you get to learn all about it. It's really exciting and there's really cool people. Just get out of the house. Depends on who you're talking to. If I'm talking to a business associate, maybe somebody that I do business with, I would probably tell them there's a really great business opportunity, and it's a presentation it's not like some boring notepad presentation. It's literally a bunch of girls. Some of them are hairstylists, some of them are not, but we talk about sling and shampoo, and there's big money, like millions of dollars invested in, or coming back to the people who are investing in this, and see what they say. For some people, the money is going to interest them. For some people, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, we will have the Rejuva beads there at the coffee slingers, and I'm not very good at explaining it. I'll send you a video on it, but come, so that way you get You get more answers, basically. And plus, it's free coffee, whatever it is. There's no right or wrong way to invite somebody, you guys. Just remember, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person and the right thing to the wrong person. And if you just say a little prayer, I don't know if you're religious or not, but I sure am, and I sure wouldn't be at the top without it. I pray, who can you put in front of me every single day that needs this opportunity? And if someone that I feel like is put in front of me, things work out pretty well. I'm not saying they're going to be magic all of a sudden. I'm saying God put them in front of me for me to do some heavy lifting, some big work with these people. That means I'm going to help them overcome their fears, their obligations, their big no's that they're getting every single day. I'm going to be coaching these people. It's a really big deal to really invest in some faith and belief in what's going on in your business, because you guys, we can't do this alone. Okay, so invite them just the way that you would. Be yourself. Please be yourself whenever you're inviting people. Be professional, but be yourself. Jen Alexander asked, are there more guidelines like the Meet Monate PowerPoint available in the back office? I can't say what's coming out soon, but there might be something. Okay, I can't say anything. Okay, but look forward to, I think it's the first week of February. Keep your eye on your emails. That's all I'm going to say, or else I'm going to get in big trouble. Emily. You are a veteran, girl. You hosted a Super Saturday. I'm proud of you. Okay, let's look at more questions. I'd love to have more events from Maggie May, but she lives in a really small area. If you have to drive to an area to get to a physical meeting, do it. But right now, if you have to use social media to do it, which is the Meet Monate Lives, utilize any avenue you can possible. But if you sign up someone outside of your city who does have a community there, that's whenever you need to bust straight into the events, okay? So if you can't be there, don't let this hold you up, okay? I was building my business in Oklahoma when I was living in Texas, and I was doing everything over FaceTime and Zoom calls and stuff like that. But I don't know, I was almost a director before I was even hosting meetings as far as like face-to-face meetings. But, I will say a big but, my biggest and strongest legs were the ones who were having the meetings. So just remember that. If you guys want to explode your business, ask Kendall Weldon, ask Greta Murray, ask Sarah Hill. The biggest thing that you can do for your business is get a big event going. So whenever you have the big events, that's when you know, like, yes, I have hit momentum. You keep pumping the crap out of that. If you haven't hit that yet, it's going to take some nitty gritty, really hard work. And you trying to figure out the first $1,000 in your business, you guys, is the toughest money that you're going to ever make. It's the toughest, okay? You guys are really working hard for a little bit of profit right now, but I promise once you figure this out, the return could be $100,000 a month. Doing the same thing, you just have more people doing it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be really simple with the way you do things. I'm going to events here because I'm local, okay? But if someone who lives in North Dakota, out on a farm somewhere, or let's say like my executive director, Jessica Snowden, who is a bomb. She is amazing. She lives out in the middle of a cow field and barns, and I think it's like 30 minutes to a gas station or something. Like, it's ridiculous, you guys. She lives out in the middle of like oil well fields, okay? Like back where they don't have any population. She's an executive director today. If she can do it, anybody can do this. I have stories from all across the board. So if you guys are struggling with whatever position or town you're living in, post the questions so that way I can encourage you guys. I don't know what you guys are struggling with unless you guys are communicating with me. Bonnie, you are freaking awesome. Bonnie says, there's no one doing events by me, so I drive 2 hours in traffic. Or I do my one-on-ones. She is awesome. Guess what, you guys? That's what I did. I did like 2-3 hour drives just to get to the events that I was going to. And then I'd drive home that night because I was committed. I was there to make it happen. And guess what? The whole 3 hours of me driving back and forth, I was on the phone. I was doing calls. And if I was just like, okay, I can't take any more calls right now, guess what I would do? I'd put it in personal development. I'm going nonstop. Okay. I've put in a lot of hours, and you guys can put in a lot of hours and get the same exact return or even better than I did, because I should be able to shortcut a little bit of this for you guys. And I did not have a big following. I didn't have a lot of friends. So whoever thinks that like this just happened for me overnight, it was a lot of hard work. Karen, I need you to come to my event. Where are you at, Karen? I know I've talked to you before. Okay. Let me go to the next questions. Best way to navigate people. Best way to navigate people to business, but mostly products. What time is it? I'm going to have to go soon. VIPs without sampling. I have used samples as a crutch from the beginning, and it's been insanely expensive, not to mention it's not duplicatable for my team. So just curious if there's a way to navigate people to take a chance without sampling first. Emily Wilkie asked this. It's a great question. I use a lot of videos and personal testimonies, and I talk about how the product's going to make people feel other than scientific data behind the product. Because people want to know, how am I going to feel when I use this product? And for example, I'll tell you, well, it's probably going to feel like it's the first time that you've ever washed your hair in your entire life. Even though you've been washing it for 40 years, this is going to feel like the first time you've ever washed it. I'm going to tell them the mask makes your hair feel like butter if they're struggling with softness. I'm going to tell them the oil is literally liquid gold and you will want to bathe in it. It is amazing. I'd tell them the volume line gives me more volume than I can handle, okay? It plumps my hair strands 3 times in diameter and makes it feel so thick that I'm almost convinced that I have somebody else's hair. Use feelings. How are people going to feel when they use these products on them? And explain it like that. I didn't buy samples. We didn't have samples when I first signed up. We had the leave-in conditioner and the volume shampoo, and that was it. And it didn't work out for everybody, obviously. And plus, a lot of people were poor. However, I will say this: if you guys are thinking about investing in samples, whatever you guys put into your business, you're going to get back. Do not plan on giving those samples to anybody unless you have their contact information. Or you can choose to only give samples out at events as goodie bags. And that is also an incentive to get somebody to come. But just think about this. If you're starting up a business, you're going to have to put money somewhere to invest. And if that's somewhere where you're going to invest it, at least it's going to be a good return. You'll get the product on people's hair, which is going to pay you money in the end. Don't stop following up with these people. Sometimes they probably would have had them on like exposure number 4. And they stopped at number 3, and someone else came along and talked to them one more time, and they got them. So just remember, everybody that you stop following up with is probably going to end up in somebody else's organization, and it's probably not going to be yours. Okay, so that's my thought on sampling. Use descriptions, and the videos work wonders. Use the videos, you guys. You can't explain them. You can't do what those videos are going to do for you. I use the videos all the time. Okay, let's see. Susie, her question is, she's had, despite numerous arrangements being made, direct upline. It sounds like she's kind of on her own here, so I won't go into reading the message because it sounds a little bit direct. But I will say this, if you feel like you're kind of on your own here, don't worry, it's totally normal. There's a lot of people in this business who feel like they're not, like they don't have a lot of support. I will tell you this though, the lack of support that you have, you've got to be that for your team. Your upline is never going to grow your business. Your upline is never going to make you more money. Your upline is never going to grow your team. Your upline is never going to work harder for your dreams than you will. So don't focus on your upline. 3-way calls are great, but I only use them for a couple of months, and then maybe every now and then, just because it was fun. Or I thought that maybe Anne and that person had something a lot in common, and I was chatting with Anne that day. I knew she didn't have anything going on. But typically, you guys, I had to become the person who I needed to be because Anne wasn't there all the time. And I know I'm not there all the time for my people. You got to think about this. If there's something that some leader lacks in your organization, you've got to step it up. You have to be that for people because nobody else is going to do it, right? And if you want success, what are you going to do? Wait around until somebody else decides to turn around and help you to be successful? No, you step it up. You do those calls by yourself. You can do these calls, okay? The upline is just there for a third-party support system. You do not need a third-party support system on the phone. You don't have to have it. Trust me, okay? I don't know how to better explain this, but this is going to make you better. You realizing this and you putting forth the effort to make sure that you're not like that It's going to make you the type of person that people will want to sign up with and people will want to be with on their team because you've had personal experience with that. And that's obviously like a fear, an obligation for you. As soon as you learn how to overcome that, other people will look up to you. And that's what influence is all about. And you can't get people to follow you without influence. So just remember, be the best that you can be. And if you see someone falling short, if you see someone doing mistakes, the best thing that you can do is to be a better example for that person and be a better you. So that's my advice on that. Let's see. Natasha Shanley, she added a really good... Thanks, Bonnie. It's probably because I listen to everybody else. Good job, Bonnie. I'm gonna be happy. Yay! Thanks, Lori. It's good to see you on here. My friend is so smart. Thanks, Jill. You're so smart. It's because I hang out with smart people. I'm not very smart though. I'm just had a lot of bumps along the way, you guys. A lot of big mistakes, a lot of big no-nos. And you know what? I've had a lot of bad thoughts about people along my business, and I had to really stop it, because if you think on negative stuff, man, it's just going to make you like miserable. Your business will tank. Everything will tank in your life. You've got to focus on good things. Like, I'm telling you, you guys got to go watch The Secret if you've never seen it, because it seems like a weird movie, but it's not. It is like 100% accurate. Every single word in it is absolutely true. And I think it's actually a good idea because they section the movie up. I think it's like 5-minute increments where they talk about like one subject. It'd actually be nice to just take one subject for the day and really focus on that one subject instead of trying to absorb the entire movie all at one time, because every 5 minutes into that movie, you're going to be like, oh, that's so good. I need to write this down. You're going to be thinking that like every 5 minutes. So just a little 5-10 minutes of personal development is all it takes, you guys. All right, Natasha, she asked, she actually mentioned tips on how to get people to realize that some months are harder and sometimes you go through dry periods. But if you get discouraged every time and stop working altogether, it only sets you back that much further. I feel like everyone needs to understand this. It's not always easy, even for the SEDs, and I think people automatically think it is. She is 100% true on this. You guys, you got to think like, this business is not going to be the same every month. She's absolutely right on that. Okay. Can you guys tell it's getting darker in here because the sun's going down? It's like going to be too dark for you guys to see me. My computer is lighting up my face. But I will tell, can I be honest with you guys? Can I just be like totally honest with you guys? Yeah, Brenda, it's on Netflix. Totally on Netflix. And it's also on iTunes. I can't wait to see you, Lori. But can I be honest with you guys? Like, this month is the worst month for me as far as downline volume goes in 13 months. Yeah, in like 13 months. This is the worst month that I've had in 13 months. As far as numbers go. Okay, that's what's reflecting in my back office. Okay, so that means the rest of my team is hurting too. That means the rest of my team's numbers are not up. And I personally know this because I talk to all of them, okay? I know what my leaders have going on in their business. And I know that every time they call me when their business is tanking, one of the first things that they're going to say to me is, I know I need to recruit more. And you know why? It's because we all learn the hard truth together. My team is not like my babies. They are my sisters. I learned along the way. We grew up together. Like, we learned these experiences together. And you guys will have the same experiences with your team. You guys will learn a lot together. So when your business is not going well, the best thing that you could ever do for yourself is go recruit more team. It's going to light a new fire under you. And when you're fired up, the rest of your team will fire up. However, whenever you have those bad months, it's not really necessarily a reflection of what? What? What?
Item shop has good stuff.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll be back in just a minute. I have to go soon, Annie. I need to leave in like 10 minutes. But it's actually, so whatever month you are, like this month, if you guys are showing really good numbers, that's an accumulation of the last 3 months. That's what you've done in the last 3 months. You know why? How long does it usually take for you to sign somebody up after you first initially message them? Like, if you guys want to throw in some answers so people can kind of see like your estimations. But when I first talk to somebody, I mean, it's usually not the first week that they're signing up. Even if they say like, yeah, I'm in. Like, it takes time. It takes like sometimes 6 weeks for somebody to finally come around and say, I'm in, right? We never usually get those yeses right away and then get them signing up. Every now and then we'll get those people who have the money and then we're like, yes, I've been waiting for an opportunity. And that's great. Don't get your panties all excited, okay? They might tank on you the next day. Make sure you're pre-qualifying these people, all right, before they waste all of their smart start period to realize that they didn't really want to work this business. But so the last 3 months, whenever I chat with most of my team, nobody's doing events. Nobody's on the same page. Nobody's doing and everybody's like, I don't know what we're doing. We're just focusing on not dying anymore from all the bad publicity from last year. All we're thinking is about just barely surviving. And that's our mental state of mind right now, right? We have been attacked from every single angle that you guys could possibly think of. We're still standing here and we still grew 40% last year. So what does that tell you guys? Stop getting down on yourselves. So what I want to say before I get too much into that, because I'm getting off track on the actual question, is that whatever you guys are doing the last 90 days is probably going to show up tonight when your numbers end. It's the last 90 days of what your entire organization is doing. So check this out. What I've kind of noticed, because I do log everything and I keep track of stuff. I've journaled since I was little. Luckily, I don't have those journals. I don't want to read that stuff. Oh my gosh. But I do read the stuff that I have kept track of in my business. And so I'll look back over the last couple of years. And you know what I realize? When I finally am like, this is what I'm going to do in my business. I'm going to do events. I'm going to do recognition every Friday. Every Monday night, I will try to have someone new on the Meet Monet live on Facebook every single week. I'm going to start doing live videos on my Facebook wall. I'm going to start networking on purpose. I'm going to start serving other people for free just so I can start communicating and networking with more people. When I decide to actually do this, it takes me 3 months of me getting into activity, proving to the rest of my team that this method of operation actually works. And then they start coming around and they see that I'm fired up and they're like, what are you doing that's working? And I'll tell them, so you guys mind me, this is 3 months of me doing stuff with hardly any results. However, I know there's results because I've had 3 new market partners in the last month. And the month before that, I had 1. Okay, so that's better than nothing, but I still was consistent. And if you guys realize, I have consistently signed up somebody every single month since I have signed up in this business because I won't let myself not do it. I have to stay plugged into my business because if I stop, guess what's going to happen? The rest of my team will stop too because they think it's okay. So I stay plugged in because I owe it to my team to show them that I'm still in this. Now, if you're miserable about recruiting, if you're miserable about your business, nobody's going to want to do this. So hide that, okay? If you're having a bad day, your team should not know about it, okay? Now, after those 3 months of me doing the activities, proving that it's working for me, the rest of my team starts asking, and then guess what? It's another 90 days from there that I actually start seeing results happening in my numbers. Do you guys see how important consistency is? If you weren't consistent for 3 months, if you weren't consistent for 6 months, nothing is going to grow. It takes some serious time and some serious strategy and some serious discipline to make this organization go in your business. This is your business, and everybody has different businesses, okay? But the rules will apply to someone who's brand new the same as it applies for $1 million earner. And I am preaching this because I've had to relaunch my business over and over and over and over again. You guys lose GV whenever MMBs bust. You gotta work your business over and over and over. And I won't get complicated into the GV topic, but I'm just saying this comp plan is designed for $1 million a month earners. Do you guys understand why? It's because we're here to help other people to develop into the leaders that other people want to be. So that way they can turn around and do the same for others, and they can turn around and do the same for others, and they can turn around and do the same for others. This is an accumulation of what you can spread down and what you guys can do with the ripple effect. How are you leading your organization? Are you at the forefront? No one's going to run faster than you on your team. Does that scare you? Or does it make you excited because you are competitive? Depends. Who knows where you're at in your business today? But I'm telling you, some people won't like that. They won't like hearing that because they know that they actually don't put in the time. They actually don't put in the efforts. They're not as consistent. So I'm here to tell you guys that whatever you've done in your business the last 3 months or 6 months or the last year, or maybe in the last 3 to 4 days, whatever you've done, everything can change right after you guys get off of this video. It's all up to you. It really, truly is all up to you. And I'm going to be doing this business regardless of anybody on my team who's going to do this. As long as there's still people out there who want to dream big, I'm going to have a job. There's more people out there I haven't met who are still looking for a way out that I have run into, and I haven't even offered them the opportunity. So you guys will feel the same exact way. Just remember to hold yourself high. Be really proud of what you do, even if you're new. You guys are a part of the fastest growing hair care brand in Northern America. That's amazing. We sell more than Aveda. And our prices are literally competitive with all those other brands, but they're not competitive in quality. You guys literally have the cream of the crop here. This should be a lot more simple than what we make it out to be, right? So get out there and just share this with people. Don't overdo it today if you haven't done anything all month. Really, honestly, put everything into it, but do it the right way. Does that make sense? You guys know that this method of operation is pretty simple. It really is. It's all about your exposures. It's about using the things that are duplicatable. Whoever you talk to and however you recruit someone, they're going to do the same when they start their business. So you want to make sure that you are genuine, that you are honest, and that you're doing this in a right way. If you're spamming people all day long, it's not going to probably work out well because those people are going to get tired of spamming other people. And you guys, It Works. Do you guys know the company It Works? They literally taught people to mass message people all day long so much that people started putting on their Instagram profiles, "Don't message me if you're from It Works." It was really out of hand. So we want to do this the honest way. We want to build our foundation really, really strong. Make relationships with these people, okay? If there's someone on social media that you would love to work with and do business with, absolutely, please reach out to them, okay? We've gotten amazing people. We've got Mandy Evans, who's got 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. We've got girls with 1 million subscribers on YouTube on our team selling like 100,000 in personal volume. So I'm not going to discourage you guys from not reaching out to somebody that you feel like you can connect with. But I will say, if you guys are mass messaging people, they are going to know it. And it's not going to be good. So anyway, I hope that this helps a little bit. And I hope that I didn't say anything that's going to steer you guys off. But the main thing is know you're worthy, know that you guys are capable of doing amazing things, and don't just work your business on the last day of the month, which is close out, okay? Assess your goals and see where you are and see if you're falling short or if you were over exceeding them. That's exciting, right? How awesome would that be if you guys set a goal and either barely got close to it or maybe hit it or maybe just barely went over? Whatever it is, at least you can measure that and you can measure where you are in your business. So keep track of where you are mentally, personally. Dig into some personal development every single day, at least for a little bit. If that's the one thing, if you guys don't remember anything else that I've ever told you, I'll just tell you, like, personal development is really important. Whether you do Monate or not, it will help you to be happier. It will help you to feel like you're more purposeful because it's crazy what it can do for you. So, and I can't even put it into words, which is why people tell you, go read the books. So anyway, all right. I've been on here way too long. I hope that this helps answering some of your guys' questions, and hopefully it wasn't too much of a mouthful. Sometimes it's like drinking from a fire hose, but I'll try to put the kink in it next time if it was. All right, you guys have an amazing night. I am going to go live tonight again. I know it's weird, in about a half an hour to about an hour. So, I'm working on saying so. I say so and every other word, I promise. trying to get it off of my vocabulary. We are doing a Coffee Slingers closeout party tonight. I'm going to go live while we're there to show you guys what I'm doing that's been working in my business for the past 6 months. It's really, really working, you guys. I really don't think that some of my market partners would have been as successful without these meetings. So I will go live and share the entire presentation and even the power hour that I think we're going to do a power hour. Please don't hold me to it if we don't do it. I don't even know how to do them. Kyla Williamson knows how to do them, and she's going to do one for us soon on a Zoom with all of you guys. But we're going to do it tonight at Coffee Slingers, and she's going to try to give me the rundown. If she's even going. Kyla, are you going to the Coffee Slingers? I don't even know. All right, it's late, and I still have work to do tonight. So you guys have an amazing closeout, and yeah, I'm out. That's all I got. All right, see you guys. Bye.